Mighty Key. I love Pokemon as much as the next guy. My biggest gripe has kind of always been the same thing I assume most people feel. And that the games are just too easy and, kind of the same game every time. I know that there are some different gimmicks that go in there, but essentially they're kind of the same game. Right? The last ones I remember loving is obviously like Black and White, Heart Gold, Heart Silver. Those are the last ones I remember loving. Everything afterwards has just been like, hey, time to catch more Pokemon. Nothing I'm like, oh yeah, the new one's coming out. Blah, blah, blah. Now, Scarlet and Violet, I did hear that they are pretty quality games, right? Obviously, the gameplay, performance was bad. But now that it's on the Switch 2, the performance is golden. People are raving about it again. Now, this new one that's coming out. Oh, Pokemon Legends. Sorry, that's kind of the whole point of this. Pokemon Legends was actually very good. It was very innovative, and that was kind of like the first time I saw them really do something super different. But another Pokemon Legends is coming out, and apparently it's like not turn-based. I don't know, but we're going to check it out today.
World Championships in Anaheim had the first playable demo of Pokemon Legends ZA.
It's really weird.
And I had the chance to play two.
I haven't really gotten anything.
Though I'm still left with a lot of questions, I did play just enough to develop some first impressions about the mechanic I'm most curious about. Its battle system.
It still seems turn-based. I don't get it. Well, let me shut my ass up and see what the video's about.
But first, a quick aside. To answer a big question many of you no doubt have, I played the Pokemon Legends ZA demo on a Nintendo Switch 2.
I would hope
so. It ran well and looked moderately better than the Switch 2 versions of Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. Of course, this is just a demo, and thus, I didn't get to experiment with draw distance or put it to the test with dozens of wild Pokemon on screen. Back to the demo. One portion of my play session was set in the early game.
I don't know anything about this new one.
Main mission.
I know I'm starting with Feraligatr, and that's it, or Totodile, and that's it.
A battle zone marked by a red area on the map, where I needed to earn enough ticket points in trainer battles to get a challenger's ticket, which is needed to take part in a promotion match. Winning that promotion match for the ZA Royale would upgrade my rank from Z to Y. We already knew about this core gameplay loop, which I assume we'll be taking part in repeatedly until we reach rank A and earn the vague prize of a single wish. It's an entertaining enough system where, at night, you roam the streets of a predetermined area to face other starry-eyed trainers. In expected Pokemon fashion, as soon as a trainer sees you, the battle is on.
And I think like this one's all in.
If a trainer attacks you when you aren't looking, that means the opponent's Pokemon gets that free first attack on your Pokemon.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is also a guaranteed critical hit.
Damn!
Personally, I find this to be an incredibly rude tactic that goes against the friendly competitive spirit of Pokemon. But of course, I took advantage of it myself when one of my stylish teammates, Lita, suggested I try it out. The tight corners of city streets mean it's easy to get surprised, but it also offers opportunities for you to.
So you're in the city the whole time in this one, right? Damn, that did a lot of damage too.
Battle begins seamlessly, just like in Legends Arceus. But Legends ZA does away with Legends Arceus' slightly modified
Legends
version of the core turn-based battle
cooldowns?
mechanics we're all most familiar with. Instead, ZA is full real-time action. At least, that's how it presents itself. To attack, you essentially use Z targeting by holding the ZL button and then pressing the face buttons to instruct your Pokemon which move to use. This is the same whether you're in battle, initiating a battle, or instructing your Pokemon to attack an obstacle, like some rocks I saw at the beginning of the mission that none of my Pokemon were strong enough to break. As expected, each Pokemon can know 4 moves at a time, and those are the moves you have access to on the 4 face buttons. Surprisingly, the moves don't seem to have PP, power points, meaning that they can be used an unlimited number of times with consideration to their cooldown, a new mechanic for Pokemon commonly used for skill-based action games. Different moves have different
cooldown this is so weird. You're like running around?
In the game all had relatively short cooldown. Pokemon limited number
Was
of
that in Arceus?
PP, power points, meaning that they can be used an unlimited number of times with consideration to their cooldown. a new mechanic for
That's
Pokemon
new, right?
commonly used for skill-based.
This is
action
crazy,
games.
bro. It's like a actual
Different moves
like
have different cooldown times, but the moves
raid
I had
boss,
access
like
to
real
this early in the
raid
game
boss.
all had relatively short cooldowns, around 6 or 7 seconds, and short casting times as well that aren't communicated in any menus. Regardless of these limitations,
Still feels
I was
like
pretty much
it's-
always able to
still
attack
feels like
with
it's
another
turn-based,
move
right?
as soon as my Pokemon
I mean,
was done attacking
it's
with
like
the first.
it's like Final Fantasy VII, where there was like an ATB bar or whatever, where you do a move and then you wait till, I guess it's quote unquote cooldown, and then you do it again. It's not like I'm assuming you can't like there's no dodge, but like your Pokemon can't dodge, right? It's not
Moves
like an
will
action
fill up with
RPG,
color
right?
As the cooldown counts down, indicating when you can attack with it again. But I do wish that
Okay,
feedback
you
was
can
more
dodge,
clearly communicated.
but can your
I ended
Pokemon
up using
dodge?
almost all of these moves available.
Because like you don't have a health bar, right? Your Pokemon do, or do you have a health bar as well? I
rotation
wonder.
pretty mindlessly. You can't instruct your Pokemon to dodge or perform any other maneuvers
Oh, see?
besides these 4 attacks.
Yeah.
Though Pokemon can miss attacks if the opponent
It's still
is
kinda
too far
turn-based, if
from
we're
the
being
attack's
honest.
range. Battle actions
One person
appear
hit,
on
then
the
another
right
person
side of the
hits,
screen.
right? As soon as your cooldown's over, it's not like unless. Well, no, it's still kind of turn-based.
Informing you of things like attacks performed,
is
debuffs,
fine.
and critical hits. The feedback for missing attacks, however, seemed to be non-existent, so I can
Like if you break it down, someone who is fast, I'm assuming their cooldown is going to be much short. Like for example, I don't know, you do, well, it is different because in Pokemon it's always your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn, and someone could go first, obviously. You know, maybe there's like I don't know, a Pikachu versus a Graveler. Like Pikachu's always going to go first, right? At the beginning of each turn. I guess if your cooldown is like incredibly quicker than the other opponent, you could do like 2 Thunder Shocks in a row before your opponent does one move.
see learning when the best time to attack could be a bit difficult. In trainer battles,
But I mean that happens in turn-based games anyway. If you have one of your characters that are just incredibly fast and they're turn order,
you
so
can't be damaged or take the hit for your Pokemon. I tried. Marie, in trainer battles, you can't be damaged or take the hit for your Pokemon.
So what's the point of you being able to dodge if you can't be? Oh, it's
Tried.
just in
Marie
okay.
Still fainted.
It's just in
But
trainer
you
battles.
can get hurt in battles against wild Pokemon
Okay,
and the more
gotcha.
dangerous Rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon.
Ooh,
the
where's your
other
health
core
bar, though?
gameplay plot device in Legend ZA. And you still can't take a hit for your Pokemon. At least it
No.
seemed to be that way.
It looks like he ain't even trying to hit the Pokemon. He's just trying to hit the trainer.
The second part of the demo pit me against a Rogue Mega Evolved Absol after following the dog-like Zygarde 10% form to it as part of another early game mission. This
What?
time, the 9th. Somehow the small
Zygarde?
Zygarde
I'm not
carries you up to
like
the roof where
familiar
Absol
with
is.
his
But apparently your character
with that
closes their
generation
eyes while this happens,
as
the
much.
screen fades out and suddenly you're on
Like
the
I
roof.
played it, I'm
Anyway,
pretty sure.
This early in the game, you don't have the ability to Mega Evolve a Pokemon.
Was
on
this
your
Diamond
own.
and Pearl?
So the mysterious Az lends you a Mega Ring, a Lucario, and the Lucario Knight Mega Stone, so you can face the Rogue Mega Evolved Absol without
I think
getting
this
your
was
butt
Diamond and Pearl.
categorically handed to you. In this battle, you must dodge to avoid the opponent's attacks.
I got
as
Diamond
Absol
and I got
is
Brilliant
coming for
Diamond
you,
as well.
Not just your Pokemon. I found it a bit cumbersome to balance attacking
I didn't-
and
like, that's
avoiding
with Palkia and
attacks,
Dialga.
as you
That
can
was a
attack
fun one,
only
actually.
while you're
That
locked
was a
onto
fun
a
one.
target with ZL. But you can't dash or dodge while targeting. I'm sure this is something I'd develop better muscle memory for as I play more, but it felt odd to have my actions restricted like that. There's also a secondary goal to pay attention to when up against Rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon.
Oh, you get to
must
Mega Evolve
collect
yourself.
Mega Power Orbs to build up enough energy to
That's
Mega
interesting.
Evolve your Pokemon, and keep collecting them so
Dang.
your Pokemon doesn't de-Mega Evolve. Attacking the Rogue Mega Evolve Pokemon forces the Mega Power Orbs out of them, which you then must pick up yourself. It's a
So you only
pretty
get
clever
one
way to force you
Pokemon?
to put yourself in danger and use the
That's
dodge
like Scarlet and
mechanics.
Violet, right?
This fight was much more interesting than the trainer battles, as is expected, considering all the extra things I needed to worry about besides pressing the attack buttons.
Oh, that's
Another
weird.
thing I
You
noticed
can-
is that although you can't tell your Pokemon to dodge, they
can move them
will
out the way.
default to returning to your side when you're not locked onto an opponent.
That's
So
cool.
if you start avoiding the enemy's AoE attacks, your Pokemon will too, as long as you give him enough time to retreat.
Oh, that's interesting. That's very, very, very different from regular Pokemon.
Overall, Legends ZA didn't feel like a full action game to me.
Yeah, it doesn't look
more
like a
like
full
an
action.
MMO with its casting times, cooldowns, and behind-the-scenes math happening. That's not necessarily a bad thing. But I do hope Legends ZA gets difficult enough to have to more intentionally dish out commands and think about calling Pokemon back and switching at just the right moment. I can see the potential, but with just 20 minutes of experiencing the early game, it's much too soon to tell if this real-time battle
Looks
system
fun. I'm
will
not gonna lie.
scratch the strategy itch
I'm
Pokemon
definitely gonna
games
get it.
usually do for me.
I still got to be Scarlet
Some
and Violet.
last-minute
I got to start that
housekeeping,
over because I got
as did briefly explore the menus. Pokemon have
Switch
the
version.
common 6-stat spread, no abilities, just like in Legends Arceus, but do have natures that affect their stats. I also found a shop that sells mints to change these natures while I played through the 9th story mission. Like I said before, I have a lot of questions, and I'm very keen to play more Pokemon Legends ZA. But for now, we'll have to wait until it's out on October 16th to know more. For more on the latest...
I mess with it. Hey, look, I mess with it. I think it looks fun. This is very different. Like, the battle system is going to be very different. I guess I'm going to look up more. Now I'm more interested, right? I was just going to wait till, like, November and play. There's still 2 months left, and there's so many other good games coming before that this has kind of been in the back of my head. I was like, oh, okay, this will be a nice little holiday game. I don't know when the new Metroid is coming out, if that's even still slated for this year. But, yeah, looks fun so far, man. We'll see how it is.